Buongiorno, welcome back to the Italian campaign. So it's now March 1922. Some time has passed, and some things have happened. This is still not going anywhere, but my army did get Bosnia and Herzegovina, which was about time. And they finally, as of this month, decided, yeah, we're gonna keep pushing and take Croatia, which has an army size of 0, so we're gonna get that pretty soon. Now, what more has happened? France demands us to stop naval activities near their borders. I told them, no, I want to do naval activities wherever I want to. And, perhaps more importantly, France is now at war with the United States. A couple of months ago, I figured out that, hey, United States and France, they're about to go to war. Let's ally with the US. And, well, that still didn't lead to me being at war with France. At least we are getting quite close to it. So that's nice. And everyone else seems to like me, so that's also nice. But also, regarding the naval treaty, my spies tell me that the British, they're building a bunch of new battleships. And my spies tell me that this battleship, the Hercules SD class, is in fact breaking the treaty quite quite flagrantly. It's armed with 9 16-inch guns, so breaking the limit of 15-inch guns, and it weighs quite a bit more than 42,000 tons. So, if you want to see what that ship looks like, well, you can see one of the shared assign building videos I made before starting this campaign. I think it was the last one I did, possibly. It's the Nelson-esque kind of battleship. But that's very interesting because it means, yeah, the AI is actually building shared designs this late into the campaign. So that was quite a pleasant surprise. I don't think I've seen that before. In the previous campaigns I've played, the AI will build shared designs to begin with, right as the campaign starts, and then never again. But this time, yeah, they built one. So I don't know if that's a 1.5 thing, or if it's because of the Dreadnought improved project, the mod I'm using by Brother Monroe. But yeah, it's quite nice. Britain is trying to take southern China. Do we think they're gonna get it? That kind of depends on what kind of army logistics China has. 37%. Yeah, it's not really low enough for the British to be successful. Yeah, China has like insanely big armies all over everywhere. Let's go to April and see where the situation with France ends up. Alright, new DD, modern destroyer, semi-automatic gun reload, and quad tubes for torpedo launchers. Why do you want to break our alliance, United States? Aren't we gonna fight the French together? Yep, 99%. This is regressing. Yeah, we're gonna get Croatia. So my Austrian strategy is finally bearing fruit. It's a bit late, but finally something is happening. I just hope something can happen here too. That would be such a nice thing to get Austria, because that's an actual valuable piece of land. But yeah, new DD hull, semi-automatic gun reload, and quad tubes, and an economy that is not completely in the toilet. In fact, if we're so yeah, someone suggested new Canadian ship names. One of them being it was Moose, Wolverine, and I think the last one was Beaver. Battleship, that's got to be Moose, right? Because it's big. Yeah, if you factor in that we're building these many ships for our minor allies, we really are well into the green economically. So that means, let's see, shipyard building capacity, 200,000 tons free capacity. We're gonna design some new DDs. It's time. All the signs are pointing towards the new DD. New hull, semi-automatic gun reload, and quad tubes. Yeah, that smells like new DD to me. 4,200 for DD. That's pretty good tower spotting. It's a very heavy tower, though. Not gonna mess with these. Now, let's go for the best one first and see if that still works when the ship is built. Let's go -3 on the beam. And it still fits. What kind of speed can we push this to? This is quite fast. Not as fast as Destroyer 4, though. But I still think we can push this to 37 knots. I'm gonna leave it at cramped. Do we want to reduce this to 2,000 tons? I think so. I'm gonna leave it at cramped. Because, well, typically a DD is not gonna take take that many hits before dying anyway. Don't think I often see them dying from crew loss. 78%. So we're gonna need 2 funnels. Unless we force the boilers or something. Let's go with this one, standard funnel. Just wish I could get it right up to... it's like a small gap there. It's not very pleasing to the eye, but it works. Decent range. If I give it turbo electric, what's that gonna do to the cost and weight? We're at 40 million, 1629 tons. Makes it more expensive, but it also saves weight going with turbo electric drive. Are we gonna do that? I think we might. No. It's too expensive for DD. We can't afford it. 5-inch guns, doubles. There we go. And a couple of torpedo launchers, quads. What kind of torpedo range am I looking at these days? 9.1. If I bump them up to, I can go 24-inch torpedoes. 12.2 kilometer. That's very, that's kind of big, kind of heavy. 11.2. I think that works. If I go with balanced boilers, If I go with balanced boilers and one big funnel, my range is now kind of poop. And my boat is overweight. Giuseppe La Massa. Yeah, the ship's still overweight by 7%. If I turn you down even further, let's see, hull form, minus 31% engine weight. So that can be pushed up by improving hull form technology. It's got a better hull form than Destroyer 4, actually. Does this give me a better hull form? It gives me a minus 17% engine weight. If I up the draft... Oh, that ups the engine weight, of course it does. I can decrease the draft, but that also... decreases the operational range, which is already not good. %9 overweight. Do I really have to bump my torpedo size down to 20-inch? It doesn't make a huge weight difference. 147 tons. If they were 24, that's a decent weight difference. 190 tons. I want to go with the standard torpedo propulsion, not stereoscopic. Coincidence. Sonar, RDF. We are so much overweight now. Yeah, 35 knots, that's really not fast enough. Let's take a look at the other DD hull. I don't think I've built one on that. Anyway, let's just see if it's possible to make something decently fast on this one. Yeah, we're kind of stuck with terrible tower spotting on this. And by decently fast, I mean 37 knots. Nothing less is gonna really work. At least we're not being really heavy. Man, I hoped I would be able to build something something nice on the other hull, but it just doesn't look like it. But this might work. Torpedo launchers. I still want to go with the quad launchers. There we go. And if we bump these up to 22-inch, We're almost overweight, just not quite. I can drop you down like that. Let's see, 1918. It only saves 10 tons. Which is, you know, makes sense considering the funnel is that much lighter. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Yeah, we have a bit of a 4-weight offset. It's not too serious. It's not too serious, so we can manage. Yeah. This is the ship we are building. Hopefully some of this can be reined back in by other means, potentially by dropping the range. Yeah, we're mostly gonna stick to the Mediterranean, so this will work. Now, sadly, these DDs will not have the tower spotting that the other class would have had. Standard ratio, incendiary, AP, that's fine. Light shells. I'm gonna go chloride 2, picric acid. Flash fire chance is still pretty low. Semi-auto, that's kind of the reason for building this. 115. Yeah, 11.2 kilometer torpedo range. We're starting to we're also going to reduce the ammo, because we just don't need that much ammo. Am I also going to reduce the draft by a little bit? Yeah, I am. Euro. Are we also going to reduce some of these systems? I think we are. 108%. 107%. We are at 44 million. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Krupp 1 because it's cheaper. Uh, 0.3 4.5 belts. 0.2 4.5 decks. 0.2 superstructure. That's all reasonable, I think. I don't have to drop this down to 36.5, do I? I think I do. 101%. Oh, that make you grow. $1985. What were you before you grew? I didn't want to make you grow. Let's see, can we make it right at 1977? I think so. 0.1%. I don't want to reduce the torpedo ammo either. There we go. Hydraulic turrets. Kind of slow, but I guess it works. Unless I just reduce the conning tower instead. Bump you back up to electrical. No, just too heavy. Barbette doesn't really make much of a difference in weight. We're just shaving off a couple tons here and there. Not really worth it. But there we go. Yeah, Euro class. You are slower than the Sparviero class. You're not that much more expensive. But you got better torpedoes. So that's something. Let's just see what I did to the Sparviero to make that work. What kind of shenanigans did I do to the hull? -7 beam. Yeah, okay. And we saw the Sparvieros were still capable of actually hitting shots, even with that narrow hull. So I'm gonna go -7 on you too. Can we then push you back up to 37 knots? Almost. So close. 103%. $101 with turbo electric, but that makes it quite expensive. Shaft 1. We're gonna go shaft 1. Let's stick to auxiliary 1. I do want that 37 knot top speed. It's not that much of a difference really, but it means that if they end up in the same division as the older Sparviero class, they're not gonna be left behind. If I reduce torpedo size 21 inch, 10.6 kilometer range, that's not too bad, really. Sparvieros have, it doesn't tell me here. I'm not gonna check, but yeah, that's the Euro class. A lot of compromises were made, as with many DD designs, but that's just the way she goes. I'm sad I couldn't make this work. Alright, guess I might still be able to. Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go with a single triple launcher, and it's gonna be 21 inch. Also gonna have reduced ammo. Now we're still gonna end up overweight unless... Do things still fit? Yeah, they do. I can now reduce that too. I'm gonna go turbo electric. I said I wouldn't, but we're gonna. And we're gonna push that speed back up to 37 knots. And I will not build many of these. These are gonna be destroyer leaders. So I'm gonna have a like a couple of these. Need a double hull bottom and some of this stuff so they don't die because they're quite expensive. I'm gonna go light shells, reduced, perchloric acid, chloride 2. Yeah, semi-auto. Let's reduce this armor by a little bit. 0.3, 0.3. %6 overweight. What can we do about this weight, though? We can reduce the bulkheads down to many. And go down to barbette 1. Flashfire chance is still not too terrible. So for example, if I have 4 DDs in a port, that would be 3 Euros and one of these as their division leader. That means it needs to have the same speed. So this one can do the actual spotting for the squadron. I'm 89 tons over. I can save weight by going down to this one. Now we're only 5 tons over, and that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now we're underweight, but we don't have the engine efficiency. That might mean we're gonna go with 2 funnels anyway, which obviously is gonna be heavier. But that works, and that gives us decent range. 74 million. For a destroyer armed with a single triple launcher. It's not ideal, but it's what's possible. And we still got very good tower spotting for a DD. That's light cruiser territory of spotting. So this will be able to outspot some enemy ships if it's night. Might even be able to get into torpedo range. Now, let's build some. Now the Euro class is the one I need multiples of. If I build 9 of them, let's see, where are we gonna put you? For example, Squadron of 3 in Montenegro, Squadron of 3 in Sicily, and a squadron of 3 in, where's that new island I took? Sumatra. And then we're gonna build 3 of these. And that was Bar. Let's do the Patang one first. Then Palermo. It's gonna take 1 more month to build than the other ones. That was Body. No, Bar. There we go. So, 3 new destroyer squadrons, each consisting of 3 Euro class, led by a Giuseppe Lamassa class. Alright, that works. We're getting the Mark IV 7-inch, not 7-inch, 9-inch gun in 7 months. So that means we're also gonna design a new heavy cruiser. The modern heavy cruiser 2. Not now, but in 7 months. Because then we can design something pretty good that is still treaty compliant. Increased tension last turn. So I can't do it now, but we can improve relations with China, because they don't like most nations. And that's going to bring us closer to war with someone, probably France. Yeah, economy growing, very nice, very nice. It's going to be nice to fight France, because they have a lot of territory we can actually invade. Alright. Croatia has been conquered. Very nice. Thank you, army. Relations improved with China. Now the army force went up here again, because this invasion is done. So maybe that's gonna go somewhere. United States scrapped a bunch of ships. Britain scrapped a bunch of ships. Not that old either. Now, let's see if we can annoy the French. We're at minus 60. Oh, alliance broke between Italian Empire and the United States. Well, it's not my fault I didn't get to join your war. Yes. France goes to war. Advanced Battlecruiser 5. Okay. Okay, okay. Well, I guess it's time to reactivate some ships. There we go. Scipione Africano class light cruiser going up against whatever this kind of light cruiser is, and a squadron of DDs. Let's go. Putting some new ships to the test. Alright. And torpedoes are off for now. And you guys, torpedoes also off. Now, you only have 2.5 inches of armor. But the French light cruiser only had 2 6-inch guns. Not really a heavy main armament. And it was also rather slow. Well, let's see if we can find them. That must be the enemy light cruiser, and the DDs should be close to it. The DDs aren't actually French. They were from one of their allies. Okay. Let's get the torpedoes in the water. What kind of torpedo ranges do these DDs have? Not amazing. Why are you not focusing the enemy light cruiser? Keep the torpedoes off. Now, torpedoes are aimed at the cruiser. And these torpedoes are looking quite good. Yeah, we're gonna score some hits, I think. There we go. Protect. You were briefly identified, then you went invisible. Now these are the brand new DDs. They're already entered service. I was clicking next turn so many times, I didn't notice my new ships were ready. Kill that boat. Use AP, will you? Gave you those semi-armor piercing shells so you could slaughter DDs. There you go, sinking. Let's take a look at the Protect. You got one 6-inch gun. I thought I read 2, but no, you only have 1. You don't have that much armor. But I don't have that much pen. So my DDs will kill the enemy DDs. I should be having an easy time of it. Six-inch guns are being very effective versus the Protect. My DDs are doing a good job killing these enemy DDs. Finish it off first, then the next one. Yep, these are good anti-DD DDs. Pure slaughter. And they should now only have that light cruiser left. Confianza almost has her torpedoes reloaded. And with this little potato boat having, oh, torpedoes were fired. Left them at aggressive launch. I forgot to turn them off. You know, DD's actually knocking out the enemy light cruiser. That's nice. Very nice. That's as good of a victory as I could have hoped for. 15,000 victory points. We are winning. We're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna keep fighting until it looks like the invasion is going too far. Then we're gonna give them a peace treaty, which I don't think we have that many months to do that. 25%, yeah. But my army force seems to be increasing despite their losses. So maybe we can stall them? I doubt it, but maybe. Now, did you just teleport your huge battle fleet straight past my battle cruisers? Yeah, you did. Naval invasion. Tunisia, 97,000 tons. Oh, that should pop up here. And once this is done, these ships can go help invade Tunisia. Now all these battle cruisers just costing me a lot of money to keep at sea, and they're not getting the engagements they need to get. Well, we can hope something will pop up. Let's go one more month and see if we get a decent battle. So that might be a bit of a long episode. It took me longer than I expected to actually get something happening. No battle. There we go. There's the huge battle force I was looking for. Well, I guess it's back to the Mediterranean with these guys. I should have just opened up an invasion of Djibouti while I was there. 33%. Yeah, they're not really slowing down. But this is at least going somewhere. It's only at 19% now, but this is going to finish first. And then these ships can move into to assist here. So that should work. Right? Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Didn't quite get the battles I wanted, but at least things are shaping up to give me that. Here we go. 16 heavy cruisers and a battle cruiser. And this is the big enchilada of French warships. It's quite the force. I don't know anything about the French warship designs, but the recent fighting in China has made me quite confident in these battle cruisers. Yeah, the Etna class is as yet unproven, but they can still prove themselves. Hope we get some battles tomorrow. Goodbye, and take care.